Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Marshfield. Welcome to Columbus Catholic High School, and welcome to Zaleski Sports. My name's Jason Zaleski, and we have got a dandy for you tonight. It is essentially a conference championship game here in Marshfield between the 5th-ranked in Division 5 Columbus Catholic Dons and the number 2 in Division 4 Neillsville Warriors. Hey, before we get started, something serious I want to talk to all of you about. Somewhere, someone's bowl is empty. Empty Bowls is more than a meal, it's a movement. The first Marshfield area Empty Bowls event was held in 2012, and since it has raised nearly $100,000 to support the work of Soup for Socks, Food Pantry, and Clothes Closet. Join us Saturday, March 14th, 11 to 2 at the Eagles Club in Marshfield. Bring your friends and family, take home a handcrafted bowl, enjoy some soup, and be part of the solution to fight hunger in our community. All right, let's get you set up for this one. I've got a lot to tell you here tonight, so get your notepads out, and we're gonna learn together. First, what's at stake here tonight? Both teams have a conference game tomorrow, so I want to emphasize that. If Neillsville wins tonight, they are conference champions. That's the first thing that we know about. For Columbus Catholic, this late in a season, and I'm talking with 2 games to play, in the WIAA for 25 years with 2 games to play, the Columbus Catholic girls basketball team has never played for a conference championship, and here they are tonight. They're a half game behind Neillsville, I guess a full game, right, because it was Neillsville who dealt Columbus Catholic its only loss a month ago. This game was supposed to be played about a month ago, but cold had us rescheduled to today, February 12th. So think about that. In 25 years, every year of WIAA play, the Columbus Catholic Dons girls basketball team hasn't essentially even sniffed a conference championship, and here they are with a chance at one tonight. If the Dons were to win tonight, they still need to beat Loyal tomorrow to claim the share of the conference title, so they would still have some work to do. But to be here, and the first time in 25 years being here, what a night if you're a Dons fan here tonight, and for these girls on the floor. No doubt about it. Let's talk about some seeding, because, again, we've only have 2 conference games left. We've got a Cloverville crossover, so playoff seeds, and we're almost there. Seed reveal, the official seeds will be revealed on Sunday. You can watch right here on this YouTube channel, Zaleski Sports. We'll have our annual coaches show where the coaches from all over the state talk to us about the seeds that they were officially given on Sunday. And of course, readers at ZaleskiSports.com, our VIPs already know the seeds because they're a VIP and they get to see such things. For Neillsville in Division 4, I've got good news, kind of bad news, and good news about a playoff seed. The good news is they are the number 1 seed in Section 1B, Division 4. That's the good news. The kind of bad news is Regis is right behind them, and because Regis beat Neillsville earlier this year, Regis would actually, when the seeds are given, or finally, revealed on Sunday, Regis will actually be the 1 seed. So that's the kind of bad news. The good news for Neillsville is the 1 and the 2 are the same thing. Both get to host the regional final at home, and then they would play each other in a sectional final should Chalk hold a couple of Thursdays, I guess, 3 weeks from now, if you want to plan it out that far. For Columbus Catholic, they sit right now on the 2 line in Section 3B of Division 5. And for them, it's kind of the same thing. That's the good news. The kind of bad news is Assumption is behind them on the 3 line. Assumption has already beat Columbus Catholic, so they would lose the head-to-head tiebreak, but there's a methodology for the tiebreak, and you need to be mathematically this close. I'm pitching my fingers close together. You need to be this close to gain the head-to-head advantage. Well, they are right now. Assumption is just this close right now, but the Eagles beat the Royals at Auburndale on Tuesday, and then Assumption plays again tomorrow against Phillips. So there's a chance Columbus yet could pull away and secure that 2 seed. And again, that 2 is so important because that's what gives you that home regional final. And holy cow, we got a celebrity sighting. Chris Warren, Mark Ramberg, and others. And that is enough to give us a commercial break. I'll tell you about these teams' last 5 games played right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
We're going to tell all of our viewers about Mitten's Rusted and Busted trade-in sale, which reminds me of a funny story.
If you can see or hear me, just
Tim's saying that Mittens is paying its customers to get rid of their old furniture and buy new.
All right, sounds
This
good.
January's Rusted and Busted promotion.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends.
We're going to tell all of our viewers about Mitten's Rusted and Busted trade-in sale, which reminds me of a funny story.
Folks, Tim's saying that Mittens is paying its customers to get rid of their old furniture and buy new.
This January's Rusted and Busted promotion is so huge. Do you think we could make it any bigger?
I don't think so, Tim.
Hey, do you think Jill will let me buy a brand new Lazy Boy power recliner, or should I build one myself?
Well, Tim, the stars are telling me that buying one from Mittens would be a safer decision.
Just fantastic commercials at Mittens. If that doesn't want to make you go buy a couch, I don't know what will. Let's take a look at the last 5 games played by these Neillsville Warriors, as we are a minute from opening ceremonies here. And for the Neillsville Warriors, there they are. Back on the 30th, they beat Colby, handled Assumption, took care of Fall Creek, easily got past Greenwood Granton, and Loyal just a couple of days ago. For the Dons, last 5 games look like this, and I'm going to start just on Tuesday. It was a fantastic win that the Dons had on Tuesday right here at home against Owen Withee, a 12-point comeback, and had to come back with about 8 minutes left. Prior to that, they beat Colby, Three Lakes and Spencer, and Sandwich right in the middle of it was a loss to Division IV Marathon. So here are the Dons, a chance for a conference championship. And the chance is tonight. Again, they can't clinch it tonight, but a win against Neillsville tonight and then at Loyal tomorrow. And the Columbus Catholic Dons would claim a conference championship, be the first in school history. And as I said just a moment ago, the Dons haven't been this close to a conference championship ever in WIAA history. Different for Neillsville, a win tonight. They are conference champions. And it would be the 6th consecutive year that the Neillsville Warriors would claim the Cloverbelt East crown. 7 years ago, it was the Colby Hornets, and then a couple of years prior to that, Neillsville claimed, about 10 of 12 championships in the East. So the Warriors have run the conference for a long time. Chance, though, tonight for the Dons here at home. Let's turn to courtside for opening prayer, our national anthem, and starting lineups.
We'll take on your Columbus Stars! We would ask that you please stand and remove your hats for an opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, Lord, may everything we are and everything we do be a prayer to you. Help these athletes to compete with strength, courage, and endurance. Help us all to fulfill our potential today, and help us to draw ever closer to you. For you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We would ask that you please remain standing to honor America and those who are defending your freedom for the singing of our national anthem by none other our all-conference wrestler, Anna Becker.
let's go through those lineups one more time. Thank you, Mr. Joe Byrell, for the inspiring introductions. Sam Becker for the national anthem. For John Geyer's Neillsville Warriors, Layla Walk, Maddie Dable, Braylon Anding, Tessa Warren, and Jessica Kuhn. For Eric Wilson's Columbus Catholic Dons, Caitlin Casperson, Izzy Holes, Maddie Bernick, Sophie Wilczek, and Ellie Gardner. Congratulations to Neillsville's Maddie Dable. Reached her 1,000-point mark in her career just on Tuesday. So 1,000-point score, Maddie Dable, 14 in red. And it'll be Bernick and Walk to jump it out. And Walk says, yep, you go right ahead. I don't jump when I'm out here in the center circle. I just do whatever I feel like doing. Wilczek in the corner, up top now to Casperson. Here's Holes. Again, these Dons, a 12-point comeback win on Tuesday here against Owen Withy, and just a dramatic comeback. And it took every second off the clock to do it as we get a turnover to start things for the Dons. Again, Neillsville, 6 straight conference championships. Colby in 2019, and then there was a Loyal Conference Championship in the middle of another, I guess it would have been 8 out of 9 or 12 out of 14 for the Warriors coming in before that 19 championship from the Hornets. So Neillsville have been very good for a very long time. And Braylon Anding gets the scoring started tonight for the Warriors. So they've been very good for a very long time. As I mentioned in our pregame, for Columbus Catholic, never this deep in the season with 2 games to play. In 25 years of WIAA basketball, have they ever played for a conference championship. And again, a conference championship for Columbus is a win tonight and tomorrow against Loyal. Neillsville a win tonight, and they would have their 6th straight, or what I say, 7th straight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th straight conference championship as Warren turns and fires. Too strong. Burdick with the rebound. Pre-game coverage brought to you by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. Jumper there from Cole. Defended by, I think that was Anding there. No, that was, Anding over there in defense. Anding with it now. Turns over. Here's a 3 on the way from Dable is good. And the Warriors get exactly the start that they were hoping for here. They open up a 6-0 lead on the road tonight, looking for conference championship number 7 in a row. There's Gardner, and came up short. Dons were also very cold to start against Owen Withy. It was a 9-0 start for the Blackhawks here on Tuesday. And again, Owen Withy just was swarming defense all night. Warren open from the elbow. It was a 9-0 start, as I was just saying, on Tuesday for the visitors. And here, Eric Wilson looks on the floor and the scoreboard and sees an 8-0 start for the visitors tonight. Hole had a dribble, didn't take it. Now Gardner. In the corner, Holes 3, no. And rebound off to Dable. Dable in the corner, outlet to Anding. Back come the Warriors. Scored this game's opening 8 points. Walk. Up top to Dable, gets it right back. 2-3 zone defense here from the Dons. A 3 on the way from Anding is good. And there's the timeout. An 11-0 start for the Warriors. Columbus Catholic takes the timeout. Warriors up big on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
An 11-0 start for the Warriors as we see Braylon Anding 3-point lead there. 1 of 2 for Anding and 11-0 coming out of this Dons timeout. So Eric Wilson, like he had to do on Tuesday, call a timeout after falling in a deep hole. And we're going to travel and a turnover back to the Warriors out of the Dons timeout. Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools, hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at bewell-studio.com. Warriors in full control here. 3 on the way for Kuhn is good. How about a 14-0 start for Neillsville? Putting a claim already on the on their 7th straight conference championship. Dons will need a 15-point comeback here tonight. And we are just 4 minutes in. Holes bottled up in the short corner, gets it out to Gardner. Gardner, baseline drive, too many red shirts that way, and stolen away. Here comes Dable. Dable on the steal, got it poked out by Casperson, and it'll be an inbound coming up for the Warriors due to the defensive play by Caitlin Casperson. The Dons in all kinds of trouble here, 4 minutes in. Kuhn to trigger on the blob, baseline, out of bounds. Into Dable it comes. Again, 1,000-point score. Just reached her 1,000-point mark on Tuesday as a junior, Maddie Dable. Here's Warren on the flash inside. Too strong. Burdick with the rebound. Nice flash in the lane from Tessa Warren. Couldn't convert, though, on the floater. Gardner. Defense comes right out on Gardner. And the bounce inside. And we're going to get a grab on the loose ball. As we see, some of those Warriors fans looking on. And we see out of the timeout, Kuhn with the three-point shot. Just defense couldn't track her down for the Dons. That zone defense couldn't find the shooter. There we go. There's the folks enjoying the game. Hello, everybody. And Dons throwing away on the inbound. Special thanks to our game day sponsors, Frayne Auto Body, ShedsDelivered.com, House of Heating, Taqueria Monarca, and Total Electric. Tried to combine the Mexican restaurant and electric company together. That's not good. Taqueria Monarca, Total Electric. And a 3 from Warren is good. The 5th three-pointer already for the Warriors, and we are not even 5 minutes in. 17-0, a 2-touchdown and a field goal lead, and that one tapped away by Dable, and then I think a foul is going to be called here on Maddie as she pushed Casperson on her way to the floor. But check out the roll here from Warren, set the screen, you get the pick and roll, and that action up top on the three-point line, and Warren knocks it down. Looked at a 3, now on the drive. She's in the lane, leans in, couldn't get past Warren. Gets her own rebound, though, as Neillsville rebounders didn't leave their feet. And I should say, potential rebounders, young girls and boys watching on that ball off the rim, you got to jump. You got to leave your feet. Get in the air. You'll be first to the ball if you jump. So in it comes to walk. Hey, I'm no coach, but I think any coach out there would agree with me. Here's Kuhn off the screen from Warren. Looked back at her, didn't deliver on that action of this time down. Dable picks up her dribble, cycled now around to Walk. Inside to Warren. Warren guarded there by Chase Blinker. Now Walk in the lane, throws it up. Wild activity there, and it'll be stay with the Warriors as that one thrown out of bounds. And we got a pizza. We're eating a whole pizza. What's going on out here? Why are we eating a whole pizza in the student section? We got Scotty's Pizza at the concession stand, and I did not think you could bring in your own food. I didn't think carry-ins were allowed. Somebody get that pizza out of here. Go take it and throw it in the trash. Scotty's Pizza only. There's a walk inside. Gets it back on the corner. They triangle this side of the floor, do the Warriors. Here's Dable now on the shot fake. Dable, left alone, straight on 3 was short. She shot it about 22 feet. Just missed it by about a 1.5 feet, and then gets back, though, on defense, does Maddie, and tips it out of bounds. Hiller's True Value, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. On the job in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. It's Hiller's in Marshfield. Well, I hope the winter's almost done. Here's 3 from Holes, that off the mark. It'll be Warriors basketball. And if what I want is had by all of us, there you go, there's the Scotty's Pizza. See, no carry-ins allowed. I don't know, that guy, you just kick him out of the gym, throw him out. She's doing the right thing. And then the girl coming in next to her, too, they know the rules. Anyway, if what I want, we all get, which is winter to be done, don't worry, Hiller's is still your place to go. They've got the outdoor garden center to get your lawn and everything ready for the spring season. So Hiller's place to go no matter what season it is. Dable on the bounce to walk. And good defense inside by Blinker. Deflected that entry pass intended for Warren. Here come the Dons. We are 7 minutes in and a goose egg on the scoreboard for Columbus Catholic. Here's Blinker on the elbow. Didn't look to shoot. Bullet pass back outside to Casperson. And we get a timeout. Dons will take the timeout. And we will rejoin action momentarily on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. And back here in Marshfield, and during that timeout, PA Joe Byrell gives the Columbus boys score, which means he's watching Zaleski Sports over on the score table. It's the only way to know the score. 13-5, Columbus over Colby, first half boys action. 13 games on the network tonight, February 13th, Friday the 13th tomorrow. Here's Gardner in the lane, and too strong off back iron coming out of Coach Eric Wilson's timeout. Again, we are 7.5 in. Don's still looking for the first points tonight. Here's Holes, open 3, no. And rebound going to be pulled down by the Warriors and Jessica Kuhn. Don's tough going here on this Thursday night. Walk over the top to Kuhn, chased in the corner. Holes will knock it out of bounds. It'll be Warriors to inbound. And those just joining, a Neillsville win tonight, and it'll be their 7th straight Clover Belt East Conference Championship. Dons, with 2 games to play, have never played in a conference championship situation with just 2 games to play, but here they are tonight, and obviously trailing bigly at home right now. That shot by Dable, too strong, and last off of Columbus, it's going to be Neillsville basketball. So good job by Blinker to chase it down, just couldn't quite catch up to it in time. So Anding will inbound it near where the Columbus Catholic pep band was. Now they aren't. So here are the Warriors up 17-0, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Outside Kuhn, 3, just off front iron, no good, and another strong rebound from Maddie Bernick. So Dons have rebounded well, haven't been able to put the biscuit in the basket, and another turnover this time down. Handful of turnovers, couple of handfuls of missed shots, good Neillsville defense, and 17-0. Coach Wilson continues to patrol on the sideline, arms folded, looking for, what do we do here? I mentioned seeding too. I'll give more updates at halftime, but Columbus coming in as the 2 seed, hanging on by just the thinnest and frailest of threads over Assumption on the 2 line in in their section right now. A loss tonight would put them on the 3 regardless. So there are 2 implications for Columbus Catholic tonight on a loss: no conference championship and no home regional final. Those are 2 big consequences of a loss tonight for the home Columbus Catholic Dons. Very meaningful. Again, that no home regional final. That's a big deal. Here's Anding for 3. Raylan has her 3rd 3-pointer tonight, 20 zip. And Ellie Gardner breaks the seal for the Dons as they score to start the second quarter. They go a full 9 minutes without scoring. And that's a whole quarter of a basketball game, folks. Sitting on the 0. And again, they started out 9-0 in trail position on Tuesday, 20-0 against a high-caliber Neillsville team. It looks a little different than a really good Owen Withee basketball team. But they say it ain't over till it's over, so let's watch and see what happens. Here's Dable in the lane hit. Dable's got 5 points, and Neillsville, it looks like they're just starting to get warmed up here tonight. We get a foul. That's going to go on Anding as she brings Gardner to the floor. But that's the other concern right now for the Dons, trailing by 20. And Neillsville looked like they're just starting to get in rhythm. Neillsville with many lopsided wins on the year. Including a 49-36. I mean, it's a double-digit win against the Dons a month and a half ago. 3 from Holes is good. So maybe Columbus Catholic has woken up and they're starting to find their rhythm. But 49-36 for the Warriors in the first meeting of the year over in Neillsville. So a double-digit win against the Dons. So Columbus Catholic knew they had work to do tonight. I don't think anybody, coach, player, would have phrased it any way other than that they knew that they were up against it tonight. But thought, the home, being at home, that gives us an advantage. Dable flings it up and draws the foul, but the foul is going to be called on the floor by a very good high school basketball official, Nate Crevillion. Hello, Nate. And hello, people, hello, kids down there. So we get Tessa Warren back in the game for the Warriors. Also in Eden Marg in the game for Neillsville as well. Marg 43. In it comes to Dable. Dable, right-handed dribble, stops at the elbow. Now Warren, wide open 3 is good. 8 points for Tessa Warren tonight. Marshfield Tigers girls also in action tonight. That game on Zaleski Sports. They have a big game as well. They play a really strong Stevens Point team right now. As Dable may have deflected that shot. Marshfield trying to hang on to the 6 line. A loss tonight probably puts them on the 7. It would give them a home game. Only 11 teams in their group, so the 7 gets a home game. Right now would be slated to play Lakeland in 2 weeks from today. They would play at home against Lakeland 2 weeks from today. Here's Warren, 3, yes. 11 points for Warren. 8 3-pointers tonight for the Warriors. 8, count them up. Here's Gardner, triple, rims in and out. 8 3-pointers, and we have 6 to play yet in the first half. Holy bananas. 28-5, and the hotline's blinging. Dan Roths checks in on the hotline. Hey, Danny. And nice cut, nice feed, but wasn't able to be handled. Here come the Dons. Here's Gardner. Gardner on the run. She'll pull it out. 3 red shirts in front of her. Pulls. Casperson. Real check. Casperson got her defender Dable in the air, and going to be last touch by the Warriors underneath the basket. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment and find the right career path for you. Now, Dan, enjoy it while you can. That's what I'll tell you. Steal from Walk. Up ahead, here's Dayville on the run. Fast break, Warriors, no. And rebound is there. 7 points for Dayville. 25-point lead for the Warriors. Coach John Geyer, hand on chin, stands in approval in the corner. And Warren on Bernick's way in, fouls, and this will be Maddie Bernick to the Serve Pro free throw line. First free throws for anybody tonight. Call Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. As you see, Bernick averaging 5 points per game. Looking for point number one here tonight. Does have 3 solid rebounds tonight. Second for Bernick, up and good. The Dons need to find a way to decipher this Warriors defense. And again, they already looked at them once, scored 36 over in Neillsville. And it's going to take more than 36 tonight. Here's Dayville inside the lane, and 14-footer is good. Almost too easy for Maddie Dayville, and I think Coach Wilson agrees. Timeout on the floor. You're watching girls basketball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Well, if you're the Dons, what do you do? And that's what Coach Wilson talked about is, again, they let a 1,000-point scorer and averaging 18 points a game, Maddie Dayville, essentially have free reign inside the lane. And what Coach Wilson likely told his girls, and what he would tell me right now, is it's got to start on the defensive end. We got to defend, we got to stop. And they let Warren go down there, and she gets hammered from behind by Bernick, and we'll head to the free throw line. But that's likely what Coach Wilson was telling his girls in that huddle. We got to get stops on defense. We got to play defense. And we got to be on the ball. We got to be on the shooters, and then we got to get the rebound, and then we go score. But you know, we're worried right now about trailing by 26, and that's a legitimate worry. But really, we need to play defense before we can get to our offense. Before we worry about the big margin on the scoreboard. And if that's what Coach Wilson told his girls, didn't get a whole lot of response out of that timeout. As Tessa Warren from the Serve Pro free throw line hits both. 13 points for the junior Warren tonight. And errant pass. Dayville comes away with it. Dayville, left-handed layup is good. 11 points for Dayville, and once again for Neillsville, just too easy. Gardner will check with it. 30-point lead for the Warriors. Here, Blinker outside, Wilczek. 3 is just off the mark. Warren with the rebound. Anding will stop and slow it down, get in the half court. That is where Coach Geyer prefers his offense to be anyway. In the half court, 7 passes. Take a look around. Don't like it, 7 more passes. Something like that. You'll see 7 passes, though. That part I'm not joking about. Warren got it tipped away from behind by Hull. Steal. Here comes Gardner. Gardner with 2 red shirts in front of her. Warren, the biggest one, and gets around her and scores it. Gardner's got 4 points. Half of the Dons scoring from the freshman Ellie Gardner. Warren, free throw line. Over to Walk in front of the Dons bench. Again, here's half court, 7 passes. Warren. Pass number 5 there if you're counting all home. 6. And 7. All right, now we run the offense. Here's Dable. Walk up top. Inside touch for Anding. Defense collapses. Kuhn, 3. Got it! Second three-pointer for Kuhn tonight. She's got 6. Gardner. And Wilczek fires up a 3. That off back iron again. Yeah, Dons have had some open shots tonight, but just haven't been able to find bottoms. And then aside from that, just really good Warriors defense. 31-point lead didn't happen just because. Neillsville has played outstanding defense here tonight as well. They have come fired up tonight. Anding up top now to Warren. Again, those of you keeping the tick marks on the passes at home. Here's Anding, and poked away by Holes, and we've got a good ball. Second possession arrow today. Hey, we got Lucas Krecklau in the house. Lucas was on the chat box with us the last boys game we did, and he said, hey, I come to the games all the time, but you guys never show me. There you go, Lucas. Now we showed you. Holes in and out. Boy, the rims are tight for the Dons. Yeah, Lucas, he was saying, yeah, you give all these other guys attention. I'm at the games all the time. You never show me. Well, he can stop saying that now. Former state champion, Lucas Krecklau, a couple of years ago on the boys basketball team. Dable, elbow, got it. Gang, she's a 1,000-point scorer. She is too pure and smooth, so let her have an open 15-foot shot. Just too pure of a shooter. Blanker, she'll take the shot and miss. Loose ball over to Anding. If you keep his stats at home, that's on a rebound. Didn't hit the rim. Just a turnover. I don't know that many of you keep stats at home. I know some of you do, though, and you look to me for clarification on the statistical categories. You're welcome. Oh, Uncle Jace here, always willing to help. Walk. Don's man defense. Warren on the handoff. Final 30 seconds. Warriors are very good at holding the ball for last shot. Until I say it, Walk got to take it away. Here comes Gardner. Gardner, 1-on-3. 3 on the way for Ellie. Banked it in. Thursday night, 7:30 banking hours. I want to bank where she does. There's Dable. At the buzzer. Good if it goes. No. And we will not put time on the clock. Clock expires. Halftime is here. Neillsville up by 30. 41-11 on Zaleski Sports. Presented by ShedsDelivered.com. And we'll see the bank right here. Ellie, I'm going to bank with you next time.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive, fast-pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old, and they consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Neillsville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
(41-11) at halftime. All Neillsville here tonight in Marshfield. First half stats, scoring I should say, brought to you by Schwartz's Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz's Seamless Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your roof damage experts. They serve all of central Wisconsin, both residential and commercial roofing at Schwartz's Seamless Roofing. Yeah, Trevor said during the timeout that Ellie might bank at Partners Bank. Yeah, maybe. If they're open at 7:30, it's a good option. For the Neillsville Warriors, a couple of double-digit scores for the girls in red. Maddie Dava with 13, Tessa Warren with 13, Braylon Anding has 9, and Jessica Kuhn a pair of triples, and she's got 6. 2 for 2 from the free throw line are the Warriors, and those free throws compliments of Tessa Warren. For the Columbus Catholic Dons, a little less to report. 7 points for Ellie Gardner, including a three-pointer. Izzy Holes has a made three-pointer, and Maddie Bernick, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, has 1 point for the Dons. So 30-point deficit has got folks in the gym watching the Columbus Catholic boys right now over in Colby, but they are also at halftime, so they're checking out some other stuff. Again, 13 games on the network tonight. Find all those game listings at ZaleskiSports.com. Find one you like, and I call it a companion game. Watch it right alongside with this one. Have some more updates for you when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
You've patiently waited, and now it's back. It's the Gross Motors Indoor Sale at the Clark County Fairgrounds in Neillsville. Rock bottom pricing. No tricks, no games. It's now or never. This week only, shop the best selection at the best prices of the year. More than 400 new and used vehicles from nearly every domestic vehicle manufacturer. On-the-spot financing means you could be driving it home the same day. During the Gross Motors Indoor Sale at the Clark County Fairgrounds on Highway 10 in Neillsville.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
41-11, Neillsville leads here at the half. On the left, Columbus Catholic High School principal Michael Lambrecht, and on the right, Columbus Catholic girls softball coach Troy Zimmerman. A couple of distinguished gentlemen there, distinguished dignitaries. We had 13 games on the network tonight. We're down to 12, as we do have one final in girls basketball. Edgar 54 and Rib Lake 45. Other girls' games you can watch tonight along with this one, Kenosha St. Joe's at Dominican. These are two top girls' basketball programs in the state going at it tonight. And that is, and then Stevens Point and Marshfield. That game got started late due to JV overrun. So Stevens Point at Marshfield going on right now as well. The rest of the games, I shouldn't say that. Other games going on, boys hockey. Fond du Lac is at Stevens Point. Medford is at Marshfield in boys hockey action tonight. And River Falls at Eau Claire North. And in boys basketball, WIAA Fremont at Amherst. Columbus Catholic over at Colby. Dons do have a halftime lead. Pacelli Catholic at Tri-County. Rib Lake at Edgar. That's a girls-boys doubleheader with that boys game playing now. Athens at Newman Catholic. DC Everest at Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. All games live and free at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, Neillsville leads here at the half, 41-11, a 30-point lead on conference championship night here in the Clover Belt East. Again, your leading scorers for Neillsville, Maddie Dable and Tessa Warren with 13, 7 points for Ellie Gardner. Take our last commercial break before the half and be back right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And back here at Columbus Catholic, both teams on the floor getting ready for the second half. Let's take a look at the next 5 games for these Neillsville Warriors coming up. Next 5 games presented by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. As I said, Neillsville does play again tomorrow. They're over at Spencer to watch that game live right here on Zaleski Sports. And then on, Tuesday, we'll be over at Toma. And then next week, Saturday, should this result hold and 30 points, you would assume it would, Neillsville will be in a crossover game against first place Regis. And again, that'll be the second time Neillsville has played Regis this year. They lost earlier in the year, their only loss on the season. And then those two teams very likely to play in a sectional semifinal. So you could have 3 times Neillsville Regis. So next Saturday's game, 2 Saturdays from now in that Clover Belt crossover, could be a juicy one to take in. For Columbus Catholic, we'll look at the Dons' next 5 games coming up. And here tonight against Neillsville, Loyal on Saturday. And then the Dons are going to take a little break until the crossover where they stand right now to play McDonald Central in that Clover Belt crossover 2 Saturdays from now. And then we'll host a regional quarterfinal here in Marshfield on the 24th. Should they win that game, they will host a regional semifinal on Friday the 27th. So those are your next 5 games coming up for the Dons, presented by Marshfield Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshfield Insurance. Start today at marshfieldinsurance.com. All right, second half. How do you pull off a 30-point comeback? I'll give you a minute to think about it. And I'm not joking when I tell you this. Again, Uncle Jace knows ball, and I've never steered you wrong before, and I won't do it now. If Neillsville, just to kind of math this out a little bit, if Neillsville has 20 possessions you'll need to stop them on 19 of them. That's what the Dons are up against. I'm just putting it plain to you. They call me the modern-day Abe Lincoln. I cannot tell a lie. And so that's what Columbus Catholic up against here. So just like in that timeout in the first half that I told you all about, where Coach Wilson likely told his girls, hey, listen, we're down big, I know that, but we got to get defensive stops before we can score. It is going to be the same here in the second half as defensive stop number 1 is accomplished. And I likely need 18 more of those here tonight. And then on the other end, I was just about to say, you got to play turnover free, or at least virtually turnover free. You're going to have a few, just the ball bounces and you can't help it. But on the first possession of the second half to have the turnover, not a good sign for the girls in white. Yeah, the Warriors are going to half court, pass the ball 7 times, and then set the offense. It'll give us a lot of time to kind of think it through. Here's walk 3. That's off the mark and will be saved in by Casperson, and in it comes to Anding. Just unfortunate there for Casperson. She tried to bounce it off of Anding's leg, and it went between her legs. She threw a tweener, and it stayed in bounds. That is really just the kind of night that Columbus Catholic has had, where most things have not went according to plan. And again, a lot to do with Neillsville. Think of that, just that last interaction there. Neillsville could have just let the ball roll over there. They could have just stood still or went back on defense, but 2 red shirts chased after it, right? 2 red shirts chased after it and helped to make that turnover happen as Jessica Kuhn hits a 3. So I say most things haven't went right for Columbus, or at least according to plan, and I think that's true, but most of that is because of the girls in red. They have forced the Dons into those mistakes. Here's Holes. How did that go in? Izzy Holes going goofy out there. 5 points for Izzy. The Dons needed just over 9 minutes to score in the first half as Dable hits, and if you look just half by half, they improved by quite a bit, getting first points here in the second half. So arrow pointing up in that way. Here's Wilczek. Outside now to Casperson. Three from Gardner, just off the back iron. Warren with the rebound. Burnett gets hands in there, and we'll get a jump ball. All right, so Dons will keep it on the possession arrow as Lucas Kreplau with the granny pass back to our official. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Casperson left alone outside and makes them pay. Caitlin Casperson, first points tonight, and that's important. She averages 9, probably about 10 by now after Tuesday's game. So averages 10 and scores her first points about 22 minutes into this one. So again, much credit due to the Neillsville Warriors defense. Dable, now over to Walk. Warren. Tough pass inside, and good defense there from Ellie Gardner. Tip it away, Dons with the steal. And that ball was tipped. Dons will keep the dribble. No backcourt violation if the other team makes contact with the ball first. Blinker distributes to Wilczek, gets it back in the lane. Warriors zone defense all the way through on this one, and Holes gets open on the top of the zone and misses the mark. (41-11), 30-point advantage at the half, and 4 minutes in, 46-16, 30-point advantage still for the Warriors. Again, Warriors come in ranked number 2 in Division 4. St. Mary Catholic Zephyrs are your number 1 girls basketball team. Or at least at last check. Zephyrs having a fantastic season in Division 4. I'll double check my math on that here in just a moment. Anding able to get it free over to Kuhn. Warren up top. She'll distribute from there. Here's Anding on the baseline and turnover. I'm sorry, a foul on the play. I'm over here trying to look up rankings. My apologies. Maddie Burnick back in the game for the Dons. Warren, long three. It's too strong. And Dable on the rebound. She's fouled by Gardner. And that'll be first on Gardner, third team foul on the Dons here in the half. Double check my math here. Yeah, St. Mary Catholic 19-1. They are ranked number 1 in the Bound, Wisconsin Zaleski Sports Media Poll. Neillsville comes in at 2. Oliva Strum 20-0 are the Cardinals. And they are the number 1 team, and they look all of it. I've seen them play. They look all of it here in this 26, going into the 26 playoff season. Fantastic squad over there in Oliva and Strum. And Warren went out on the screen pass there, and the quarterback, Layla Walk, laid it up nice. Warren had an option to jump for it, let the ball, though, come back to the floor instead. But draws the foul. The Warriors will inbound anew. We see that action on our baseline camera. Nice to see that baseline out of bounds, and you can see how Coach Geyer has it drawn up. That is if his girls ran it correctly. They probably did. Emerson Orman, 24 in red in the game. Dumped down to Kuhn from Warren. No, gets her own rebound and pedals her way around, and she gets fouled. Foul is going to be called on Izzy Holes. So her first, team 5th. So the fouls for Columbus now racking up. Really not in a territory where they can, in a late game scenario, you'd send the other team that you're trailing to the free throw line. That's not what the Dons are after now. As a free there from Dable off the mark. Nice challenge from Caitlin Casperson. And sending Neillsville to the free throw line with 10 minutes left. Probably not going to help the Dons in a comeback effort anyway, as Casperson drains a 3. But we're at that point now. I mentioned if Neillsville had the ball 20 times in the second half, Columbus would need to stop 19 of those, and that math is gone. So now Columbus really has to get a stop every time down. They're just guiding you through what it would take for a comeback. The odds are as long can be, really. Warren down a low block. Quick turn, fires and hits. First points for Warren in the second half. She's got 15. She joins Dable with 15. Long 3 from Gardner, just off from iron. Burnick with the rebound. And she's fouled by Warren, and Maddie Burnick will head to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. Burnick with a made free throw in the first half. We'll get a substitution after the first free throw here. It looks like we'll get a few of them. Mr. Crevillian administers that. So substitutions will come in, and that'll be Grace Blinker still for the Dons. So she's going to come in for the shooter on a made free throw here. So that's why she still sits at the scorer's table. Burnick, and there it is. So Burnick makes the free throw. Blinker will re-enter for Coach Wilson and the Dons. So 28-point game, 11 and a half to play. Anding hands off to Dable. And we see Eden Marg back in the game. She played in the first half. Back here, first appearance for Marg in the second half. She came in to spell Warren with her second foul. Dable, swing it back to Anding. Three is just off the mark. Just a bit too strong, really. Nice rebound from Eden Marg. Offensive rebound for the Warriors, and they will get another chance at it this time down. Here's a three is good for Emerson Ormond. Ormond comes off the bench in the second half. She buries a three, and it's a scoring party for all in red here tonight. Three for Casperson. That off the backboard, no good. And we're going to get a rebounding foul is going to go on Anding as she challenged Holes for the rebound. Second tonight for Anding, and that's the third team foul and a half for the Warriors. For Columbus, now speaking of fouls, they need to find a way to get to the free throw line. Score with the clock stopped has got to be part of any kind of comeback attempt, however slight it may be for the Columbus Catholic Dons. So need to get to the rim and get some fouls, and a turnover there won't be part of that equation. Marg comes away with it. Hands back to Anding. Again, if you're just joining us, the Warriors in search of their seventh straight Clover Belt East Conference crown here tonight. A win would do it. For the Dons, it was a win tonight and then tomorrow at Loyal for a conference championship. So that begins to slip away here with under 10 to play. Oh, the screen, the roll from Marg on the layup. The assist from Layla Walk. Marg becomes the sixth scorer tonight for the Warriors. He's the only Neillsville starter not to score Layla Walk, although she has played a very important role defensively for the Warriors tonight. So 2 off the bench, 4 starters, 6 in total for the Warriors on the score sheet tonight. And we'll get an offensive foul called on Wilczek, as our official says she stuck her knee out there to trip her Neillsville opponent. And Coach Geyer says, you could have called that a while ago. They've been doing that all night. I'm putting words in his mouth, but it's essentially what he's saying. I think he's finally saying, hey, thanks for the call. All right, third quarter is done. Fourth quarter underway here in Marshfield. 33-point lead for the Warriors. Casperson looked at a three, back to Wilczek. Bodies on the floor. Wilczek three, no good. Offensive rebound comes out to Gardner. Again, it was a 49-36 win for Neillsville in Neillsville earlier this year over the Dons. Casperson rims in and out. Blenker, rebound, put back, no. Gets her own rebound again. And the Dons will have a third crack at it. Inside now to Blenker. And gets it swatted away by Dable. Got to keep your head on the swivel on the high post, boys and girls. Good defensive play by Dable. And on the drive, a couple of the free throws coming up for Neillsville's Eden Marg. Marg heads to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. First free throws for Marg tonight. Just the third free throw attempt by Neillsville tonight. They were 2 of 2 in the first half. Those 2 from Tessa Warren as she re-enters, 31 in red. They're on the right-hand side of your screen, left-hand side of the free throw lane. Marg, second, good. Stern Weiss & Sons, Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield, now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work for the hometown team at Stern Weiss & Sons. That's Stern Weiss & Sons of Marshfield. Dons add to the turnover total. Coach Wilson takes a seat and kind of tells the story right there. Sometimes Your coaching for the night is just done. You've imparted all the knowledge you can, just didn't quite get the follow-through that you were hoping on a night like tonight. Here's Dable on the run. Lefty layup, no good. Gets a fight for their own rebound. Loose ball comes away to Casperson. She tripped over Jalen Garneau, and fortunately Izzy Holmes was there, but another turnover for the Dons. This is one that, oftentimes after our broadcast, the kids, even on the losing side, will go back home and they'll watch and they'll see what old Uncle Jace had to say about him. This one, I would bet girls in white probably just skip it tonight. Get ready for Loyal tomorrow. The Neillsville girls, on the other hand, they'll be watching the replay on the way home. And they'll watch that fantastic 17-0 start. And we get a hold called down low, and in the bonus now are the Warriors. And Wilczek picks up her second foul. Scorer's table called it the first. It's a second foul on Wilczek. A little difference, little matter there. But the 1-and-1. So Marg hit her last free throw. And free throw there is no good, but get a foul on the rebound attempt committed by the Warriors. So Dons will inbound the ball. Inside now to Garneau, and he traveled. So Jaylee Garneau not able to handle the entry pass. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. I always say they're hiding around the corner, behind that telephone pole. But they're hiding in a good way. They're hiding to help you out. It's easiest, though, just to find them on the website, mutualofwausau.com. You don't feel so weird seeing them on the street following you around. Garneau from the high post. Deliver to Holes. And that three off the mark. And rebound handled by Walk. And walked with it. So we see Jessica Kuhn back in for the Warriors. Out goes Emerson Orman. Inside now, Blanker back in the game and tried to dump down to Garneau, and pass got deflected, stolen away by the Warriors. Kuhn holds. Marg. Dable. Free throw line. And too strong. Rebound out to Blanker. Casperson over to Holes. Holes bounce inside to Blanker. Works there on Warren. Kicks it back out. Holes on the bounce. Lost it inside. Marg comes away with it. Here comes Eda Marg. Marg slows it up. Now Dable. Baseline jumper is good. And Coach Geyer calls the timeout. And he will figure out his 5-minute strategy. We'll come back right after this on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
And back to Marshfield as Neillsville leads 56-20. There we go. That was a wild look. We talked to the guys about creative shots. That was creative. It was a mystery shot. Here's Wilczek for three out of the Neillsville timeout. Again, Coach Geyer just taking that timeout, just telling his girls about, here's what these last 5 minutes. We're up big. We're here at a conference opponent. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, keep things on the up and up for the final 5 minutes. So expect to see a lot of passing, a lot of dribbling for these final possessions here for the Warriors. Just tastefully done. And I would expect nothing less from Mr. John Geyer. Been a basketball guy his entire life. John, I don't know if he still does. He used to also officiate football. He may still officiate football in the fall. I don't get to many of the games on the western part of the state, but anyway, Coach, a basketball guy, though, through and through. As this will be Jessica Kuhn to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Still a single bonus for the Warriors, meaning she'll need to hit the first free throw to get the bonus second. So first free throws of the night for Kuhn. And no bonus free throw coming for Jess. 10 points as Kuhn enters double digits here tonight. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. And both are good. Good. Nicely done there by Jessica. Knocks down both of them. And the Warriors enjoy their largest lead tonight here at 38. Gardner on the bounce. Got past the first defender, but just waves of defenders for the Warriors. Inside to Burnick. And Gardner able to keep it inbounds in that corner. Gardner, baseline, jumper, good. Gardner's got 9. Casperson was 6 for the home Dons. Those are 15 of the 22 right there. 3.5 to play. You hear the young kids chant defense for their home Dons tonight. You like to see the young kids in the game here in these final minutes. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, guaranteeing quality you can trust at Infinity Exteriors. And before you go to Google and say what is unscrupulous, it's naughty contractors, as Layla Walk and one, and her first points tonight come in grand fashion. And then after all that, she got to get that right shoe tied up. She hit that layup and got the three-point play so well that she jarred a shoelace. That's tough to do. And Walk finishes out the three-point play. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. As Gardner hits for 2 again. We use Culligan Water in our Stevens Point office, and you should too. It tastes great. We have our Monday morning meeting, and then others coming and going all week long over at our headquarters in Stevens Point, and everybody comes in, fills up on the Culligan Water. It just tastes really good. We get a foul there on Burnick, and that'll send Maddie Dable to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And she will shoot 2 as that was the Dons' 10th team foul. Now the Warriors in the double bonus. And free throw good. On attempt number 1 from the Serve Pro free throw line. Take a check on those Columbus boys tonight playing over in Colby. Again, that game live on Zaleski Sports. So you can check on your own, but Uncle Jay's here to help you out. Giving you help you didn't ask for. 69-42 with, what do we got here? 8 minutes to play over in Colby. So Don's in control on the road tonight. And over across town at Senior High, it is Stevens Point 42, Marshfield 18 in girls basketball action. And that will essentially ensure Marshfield on the 7 line come playoff time in Division II, the Tigers, Division II this year. And the 7 seed this year, the Marshfield Tigers, will open up their playoffs in 2 weeks at home, 2 weeks on Thursday, where they are slated to take on the Lakeland Thunderbird. And you say, Jason, how do you know all this already? Well, we are keen to the mathematical formula used by the WIAA. It's actually our 6th year knowing that formula. And we post all those seeds at ZaleskiSports.com. Just click VIP to see those seeds, including what is right now the number 1 seeded Neillsville Warriors and the number 2 seeded Columbus Catholic Dons. But that is all going to change when the official seeds come out on Sunday. And Sweet Jessica Kuhn to the free throw line. 2 more. She's 2 for 2 tonight from the line. Columbus Catholic with the loss tonight will slip to 3 on the seed line. So what that means is they will not be in position to host a regional final. Only the top 2 seeds get to host a regional final in Division 5. And so going from the 2 to the 3 tonight with the loss takes them out of a conference championship and takes them out of a home regional final game 3 Saturdays from now. For Neillsville, a win tonight. They stay on the 1 line for now. In and out for Kuhn. That is because of the Regis head-to-head loss. Now, hang on to your hats, though, because Neillsville, with the win tonight, will play Regis in the crossover game against the Clover Belt West Regis Ramblers 2 Saturdays from now. What will that mean? Well, a Neillsville win, and that head-to-head would be gone because they've each won once against themselves, against each other earlier during the season as Burnix scores it. Let's keep it here as we're just going to get some substitutions here. So that would even, it would take the head-to-head tiebreak out of it, and furthermore, it would put Neillsville mathematically ahead of Regis. So Neillsville, the number 1 now, although if the seeds were announced tonight, they would actually be the 2 because they lost the head-to-head against Regis, who sits on the 2 line. And Regis is close enough in the mathematical score that kicks in the head-to-head tiebreak. The head-to-head is not automatic. You need to be within so many points on the seed score on that opponent that you beat ahead of you. So if the season ended tonight, it does not. Regis would be the 1, Neillsville the 2. They would each, though, still host their own regional final, and then if chalk holds, play each other in the sectional semifinal. But Neillsville's going to get a chance to take the head-to-head right out of it anyway, because they'll play Regis in a Clover Belt crossover in 2 Saturdays. Neillsville wins that game, and they are the outright 1 seed. But again, little matter, they will both host a regional final as the 1 and 2 seeds, respectively. So there's your seed talk from Uncle Jace tonight. As a running clock, Neillsville did gain the 40-point advantage a bit ago. So our clock runs, and this is going to come to an end. Make sure to stay tuned. I'm going to talk to Coach John Geyer and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game here in just a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. And you'll be able to hear me ask and congratulate Coach Geyer on a 7th straight conference championship coming up in our Neillsville Dairy post-game show. Neillsville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get those cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, retail locations all around the area, and shipped right to your house at NeillsvilleDairy.com. I will be with Clover Belt East Conference champion coach John Geyer right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Neillsville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Neillsville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey.
All right, here on our Neillsville Dairy post-game show, Neillsville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NeillsvilleDairy.com, and Jason Zaleski here with Neillsville Warriors basketball coach. And now, well, let me just phrase it like this, Coach. It's your 7th straight Chloraville East Conference championship. Tell us all about it.
Well, our kids played really well. I told the kids before the game, you know, we've had a lot of teams that have won a lot of games, and I've always been proud of them, but it's been a long time since I've ever gotten a rebound or made a basket or had an assist. It's up to the kids, and our kids came out and really performed well tonight. When the ball goes in the hoop, it's a lot easier to coach. And, you know, Columbus is really a challenging team to guard because of the way they can shoot the ball, so we really had to adjust the way we played tonight in order to try to slow them down, and fortunately we were able to do that. But I thought our kids played really, really well. I thought they prepared really well. But Columbus is going to make a lot of noise in the tournament, and we're just really happy to get out of here. I've got the whole team behind me now because, like I said, I don't do any of the work. They do all the work, and they deserve all the credit.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the preparation. They got out to a 17-0 start today, so tell us how you helped them with that preparation to really go out with a bang here right off the start.
Well, I talked about where we could get shots offensively, I thought, based on what they like to do, and we tried to put people in those positions, and fortunately they made that. Defensively, you know, we tried to take away their best shooters, and so we were trying to chase and match up with them the whole night and just try to make it real hard for them. So our kids that we had chasing and trying to isolate on kids, I think did an outstanding job. And you know, if you can take away their best top players and top scorers and try to put it in the hands of others, I think that works out well. But they've got so many others that can score that we got scattered a few times, and they could come back in a hurry. So we just tried to do our best to take away their best and find ways to get open shots.
Coach, you had 3 in double figures tonight. Dable, Warren, and Kuhn ending right behind with 9. That diversity in scoring makes your team really hard to match up against.
Yeah, I've always said it's harder to defend 5 little pistols than 1 big gun. So we try to stay as balanced as we can, and we try to run offense as balanced as we can. We try to tell kids when they're young, the number 1 skill in basketball is being able to shoot. And if you can't shoot, it makes it a lot tougher to run stuff and to be really successful. So we work on it a lot. Obviously, Columbus does too. And tonight, we were fortunate that they fell.
Coach, you're Clover Belt East champions. Congratulations.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Coach, going to turn it over to our Neillsville Dairy post-game player of the the Zaleski Sports highlight house player of the game anyway.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
What is going on here?
We're the Neillsville Warriors. We're the conference champs, and we're in the house.
All right, fantastic. The Warriors sign off as one. They are Clover Belt East Conference champions here tonight with a 64-26 win over the Columbus Catholic Dons. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night.